Rael is the prophet of Raelism. Raelism teaches that an extraterrestrial species known as the Elohim created humanity using their advanced technology. Raelism is an atheistic religion. It believes that the Elohim have historically been mistaken for gods. It also claims that throughout history the Elohim have created 40 Elohim/human hybrids who have served as prophets preparing humanity for news about their ultimate origins. Among those listed as prophets are the Buddha, Jesus of Nazareth, and Muhammad, with Rael himself being the 40th and final prophet. Raelists believe that since the Hiroshima bomb of 1945, humanity has begun an age of apocalypse in which it is threatening itself with nuclear annihilation. It argues that humanity must find a way of harnessing new scientific and technological development for peaceful purposes, and that once this has been achieved the Elohim shall return to Earth to share their technology with humanity and begin a utopia. To this end, the Raelians have been committed to building an embassy for the Elohim in Israel, incorporating a landing pad for their spaceship. Raelians promote a liberal ethical system with a strong emphasis on sexual experimentation, engage in daily meditation, and hope for physical immortality by human cloning. The following is an excerpt from Rael's book, Intelligent Design. Freedom to do something and obligation are two different things, which must not be confused. A Raelian couple who love each other deeply, where both partners do not wish to share a sexual experience with other couples, should stay together. If they feel happy being with each other without the need to experience anything else, that is just fine. Everyone must do as he or she pleases. Sexual freedom of choosing a single partner, once you have discovered who you really are, and once you have discovered a partner who fills your every need and whose every need you seem to fill, becomes a question of choice to live together. However, quite often an experience with another person will render you more appreciative of your partner's company, as you become more conscious of his or her qualities. Insofar as sexual contacts are concerned, everything is possible, everything is permitted. I must insist on the word permitted, for it does not mean mandatory.
Now, you take on almost every major teaching in the Bible and reinterpret it. You talk about the flood, the Tower of Babel, Jericho, Samson, the Ark of the Covenant, Elisha, Jesus. Almost everything in the Bible, you have something to say about it that's different than what the Bible says. What gives you the right to do that?
Oh, because I speak directly from the mouth of the people who taught the Bible to human beings at the primitive time, a long time ago.
Wait, let me see. You say you speak from the mouth of the people who gave the Bible in the first place?
Exactly, the Elohim. The name of these people. In the Bible, you have never the name God, but in the primitive Bible in Hebrew, it's written the first day Elohim, the second day Elohim. And Elohim means those who came from the sky, and doesn't mean God. It was a wrong translation.
And why don't the rabbis endorse you as the Messiah?
Oh, most of them are very well, they know very well the Messiah is on the earth now, because they know very well when the state of Israel was created in 1945 and 47 officially, they know very well when the Jewish people are back to Israel, the Messiah must be there.
Now, what about the people who refused to accept you as the Messiah? What's going to happen to them?
Nothing. It's a free choice. It's up to everybody to understand or not. We will build this embassy. The Elohim will come back.
Well, excuse me.
He will come back alive because he is still alive.
Wait.
That's all.
Wait. I want to interrupt you because I want to make sure. You said you were going to build the embassy in Jerusalem.
Yes.
The Elohim will come back. These extraterrestrials are going to land on Earth.
Yes, with Jesus, because he is
Jesus?
With them.
Jesus is with the extraterrestrials, and they're going to all come back to Jerusalem?
Yes, they will come together and to prove what they did a long time ago.
The role of Christ. The conception. The next morning, we met again at the same spot, and my host said, Christ's role was to spread the truth of the biblical scriptures throughout the world, so that they could serve as proof for all of humanity when the age of science would finally explain everything. The creators therefore decided to arrange for a child to be born of a woman of the earth and one of their own people. The child in question would thereby inherit certain telepathic faculties, which humans lack. She was found with child of the Holy Ghost. Matthew 1:18. Mary was the woman chosen, and obviously her fiancé found these tidings hard to accept. But, behold, the angel of Yahweh appeared unto him. Matthew 1:20. One of the creators appeared to explain that Mary would bring forth a son of God. The prophets, who were in contact with the creators, came from very far away to see the divine child. One of the spacecrafts of the creators guided them. Since long ago, extraterrestrials living on another planet have been visiting our Earth. Just as we call ourselves human beings, they are Elohim. Elohim, in Hebrew, means those who came from the sky. For a long time, this word has been wrongly translated as God. On December 13, 1973, Rael, who was then a sports car journalist, met an extraterrestrial Elohim named Yahweh, in France.
Where do you come from?
From very far away.
Is this the first time you have visited the Earth?
Oh no, I have been here very often. I used telepathy to get you to come here. I have chosen you for a very difficult mission. I brought you here to give you a message of truth about the origins of humankind, its present and future. 25,000 years ago, on our distant planet, we had reached a level of scientific knowledge, comparable to that which you will soon reach. Our scientists perfected their techniques, and tried to create more advanced forms of life. They searched for a planet that was suitable to carry out their projects. Then finally, they discovered the Earth. The Earth at that time was entirely covered with water and thick fog. So then, we raised matter from the bottom of the seas and piled it to form a gigantic continent in order to create life. We placed 7 research teams and laboratories on different areas of the continent, synthesized DNA from chemicals taken from the Earth, and created microorganisms, plants, fish, birds, animals, and human beings in this order. The team located in the country you now call Israel, created animals that were the most beautiful, their plants had the sweetest perfumes, the human beings they created were the most intelligent. The government from their distant planet had been watching the creation experiments, and feared that the abilities of the human beings they created might be above their own. They decided to destroy all life on Earth by sending nuclear missiles. The scientists, however, when informed of the project, asked one of the men from Earth, Noah, to build a 3-story rocket which would evacuate the Earth and contain the DNA of a pair of each species to be preserved. Then, after scientifically dispersing the radioactivity caused by the nuclear explosions, the scientists recreated human beings, animals, plants, etc. on Earth. Prophet means one who reveals the truth. We sent different prophets in each important period of your history, in order to leave proofs for future humans on Earth, so that when their level of science and technology will have progressed high enough, they will be able to understand. Some prophets were Moses, Buddha, and Muhammad. The mission of Jesus was to spread the truth about the origin of mankind on Earth before the time of the apocalypse. Apocalypse, from the Greek word revelation, means the time when you can understand everything thanks to science.
But why have you been watching over us for such a long time? Why are you telling us now?
Our love towards the mankind on Earth we have been watching is infinite. We love you. We wish to find out if your mankind will love us the same way. We also created life, just like on your Earth, on 2 other planets which are relatively close to the Earth. You are a very important part of the cycle continuing this chain of creation. You have a very high percentage risk of self-destruction. But if you choose the way of peace, and are able to overcome violence and aggressiveness between humans, we will visit you officially and wish to give you our 25,000-year advanced scientific knowledge as our heritage. You should get rid of all mysticism immediately. For example, when Moses separated the waters of the Red Sea with his cane in order to help the people of Israel escape from Egypt, in fact, it was repulsion rays beamed from our spaceship that created the path on the ocean floor. That was purely scientific. If you wish to welcome us, please build an embassy on Earth to receive us officially.
They need an embassy because they want to come with the respect we must give to them. They are the most important people in the universe. They are our creators. Can we welcome them in the street? Can we welcome them in the forest? No, we need a safety place. A safe place, an embassy. This will be their embassy. Like in Moscow, you have American embassy and the Russian army cannot go inside the American embassy. So we will have an embassy for these people coming from another planet, and nobody will have the right to go inside this embassy, only them. And they will invite the governments to go inside this embassy. They will invite, like in every embassy in the world, they will invite people to come to speak with them.
Welcome to the planet of the Eternals. On this planet, there are currently 8,400 people from Earth living here. People who, during their lives, reached a sufficient level of open-mindedness or who enabled humanity to progress from its primitive level through their discoveries, their writings, their ways of organizing society, and their exemplary acts of fraternity, love, and selflessness. Alongside them also live the 700 Elohim members of the Council of the Eternals. Rael, here are the prophets who have been recreated after their death on earth. These people at the table are Moses, Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad. They are all representatives of the religions created after our contacts on earth. Now down here, these two women-looking figures are robots talking to Rael. We are biological robots. We were created as an adult body ready to function, and we are incapable of the slightest violence. We exist to take care of the dirty and odd jobs and to serve any kind of request. This is where we make the biological robots. Each of us owns an average of 10 robots. And Rael, this machine generating the biological robots, gives them the exact physical appearance and specialization you desire. Now, this is Rael talking about a technology that this planet has. Also, when I wore this special helmet and imagined a melody, I could immediately hear wonderful music corresponding exactly to what I was thinking about. And when I sat in front of a screen and imagined certain scenes, these scenes at once became visible on the screen. Many people here use this equipment to create wonderful works of art. Now, this is Yahweh, the Elohim Yahweh, speaking to Rael again. Mankind on earth is now finally living in the age of apocalypse. Apocalypse means the time when everything will be understandable scientifically. You only have to look around you to see that the time of the apocalypse has indeed come. And these are a couple notes of the sign of the apocalypse. Moving towards eternal youth and immortality thanks to stem cells. Creating artificial life through genetic engineering. Controlling matter at the atomic level using nanotechnology. Advances in communication technology such as fiber optics and the internet. And advancements towards space travel. Now this is Yahweh, the Elohim, speaking to Rael again. The universe is infinite. It has no center, so there is no God or soul, nor is there any heaven or hell. Only infinity exists. This is Yahweh giving Rael the last exhortation. Rael, you are our last prophet. Spread this message to people around the world and guide those who understand this message. They will help you. The new guidance for humanity on earth should no longer be ignorance and hatred, but fulfillment, freedom, universal fraternity. For those who help you, Rael, spread this message of truth and love. It is for them that recreation on the planet of the Eternals is reserved.
Rael presides over a most important ceremony, the transmission of the cellular plan. Through telepathy, the genetic code of Raelians is transmitted to the Elohim computers. With this gesture, done in all lucidity, Raelians officially recognize the Elohim as their creators. For them, it is truly a renaissance.